Content! Hey! Content!
Welcome, the Gamer Man's Lounge. Awaken to play.
Hopefully things are going well for you guys. As for me, creative freedom is a big deal. Creative freedom is a big deal. Creative freedom, yes, that's right, it is a big deal. Not only that, but creative freedom is the reason why devs are able to make the games they want to make, and especially the games you love to play from left and right. And thanks to creative freedom, and of course, all those years of evolving in technology, there has been innovation after innovation after innovation going throughout multiple genres, especially ranging from your first-person shooter to your retro-style FPS or your strategy games, your MOBA games, your fighting games, your anime games, even the fan service happy games. There's been a whole lot of innovation, and there's been a whole lot of opportunities built in and to just get a hold of and innovate out of throughout many genres, especially the ones that I just mentioned. And yes, creative freedom is a big goddamn deal. So we have all those years and years and years of innovation, especially throughout the genres, especially the ones that I just mentioned. However, the issue here is that people, even creators, are having a hard time trying to utilize the creative freedom that has been basically in all those years of innovation also that have been brought upon them to take on this opportunity to build something out of all that innovation. If it's anything we can all agree with, one thing we can totally say is creative freedom is getting choked out. There's a strangle on creative freedom. The devs, even creators, are having a hard time trying to utilize that creative freedom to even, like I said, utilize all those years and years of innovation and make something out of all those years and years of progress throughout many genres. And it's already worse how we have investors putting pressure on people and getting people into crunching and rushing products out there. But however, you also have what we're going to be talking about, the random and excessive cases of censorship that has been going on, and even I have been talking about in the channel, because of course it's inevitable. You're going to end up talking about it because this affects the future of gaming, and this is something that is a big deal because guess what? It's creative freedom that gives devs and creators the ability to make whatever they want or make the game to please their audiences, especially the target audiences. If you make a piece of content, whether you're a dev or a creator or a YouTuber or a comic book writer, whatever, if you write content that has like a form of spice, let's just say a few mild humor, crude humor, or you have suggestive or sexual themes, or even heavy adult themes, which I'll get to that later. Like, even if you make a character attractive, doesn't matter if the character meets the U.S. age of consent required age, or this character is in the 20s or 30s or old enough to drink, doesn't matter. If you make that character attractive, you'll set off these people who happen to go on these moral, political things, and they go on this warpath with you, and go to town and just pull out all the stops just to get you backed into a corner and forced to censor yourself. We have seen this happen throughout years and years, and yes, there's a very strict government in a certain country that has been wanting to jump in on that bandwagon. But, however, what everybody's been dealing with, and here's the thing, the excessive censorship situation is worldwide. Even Japan is affected, even the US is affected, Europe, whatever. It's like, oh yeah, and also if you make your game too focused, or let's just say more focused on fun or entertainment, these people will go on that warpath with you as well. And it's been going on for like years and years. As a matter of fact, this has been going on for like the last half of last decade. Like, and then we hit that new decade being 2020, and then the events of 2020 kicked in, and we ended up being stuck to our home because reasons, and I was hoping that we would get a break from all that. Nope, it still continued on. And then now we're in 2021, and it's still going. However, if you want your fix for beautiful female characters that are pretty, or you want your wild themes, then maybe go to the NSFW scene, right? Well, not even the R18 plus market is safe. Like, I talked about how a visual novel dev got locked out of their PayPal for, quote, services when they were just making a game that even have mature themes. And I've talked about it on the channel. And there was a situation going down with a certain Wikia which has moved over to a new platform, thank goodness, and Faku, yes, we all know how notable that company is, has been dealing with shenanigans from left and right. Even familiar with what Dempasoft had to deal with. There's a narrative going around stating about how NSFW is a public health crisis rather than the mental health related situations, but no, NSFW is a public health crisis. It's a public health crisis. So yeah, nobody's not even safe. And yes, there is a stranglehold on creative freedom, and it's been going on throughout other forms of entertainment. Not just video games, music, movies, TV, cartoons, anime, manga, your visual novels, comedy, any form of entertainment. No one is safe. And it's worldwide. And like I said, it's worldwide. Even Japan is affected. And US is affected. Europe is affected. Like I said, no one is safe. And we're both definitely expecting cases of censorship, especially the mob-based censorship that the West and even Japan sees a lot of happen in 2022. And of course, the excessive censorship has been basically part and is bundled with the political moral climate that has already been very muddier. So yeah, it's already worse that the games of today are going to be most of the time blue-balled rush job experiences that may paywall you up the butt with microtransactions. Oh, there's free games out there. Yeah, even the free-to-play. Guess what? Good luck trying to find a game. Even if you pay the $60 and have a $60 season pass or a $30 season pass, or pay the full price being basically like $70 now, or paying the niche gaming price, let's just say $49, $29, $39. I guess you get the idea. So yeah, there's been cases to where games, even in the AAA market, have been guilty for having microtransactions when the game is being sold for like full price, $60 to $70, and has a $30 or $40 season pass, and you're seeing microtransactions show up in that game. That's something you would find in a free-to-play game. And yeah, you want to go to the free-to-play market, even the free-to-play games, there are bad apples already. There are even gacha games, even the good gacha games, that have been basically caught with some very aggressive monetization practices. And I get that you're a free-to-play game, but yeah, we have a problem. However, let's just say, I don't know what some of you do, but let's say that you're looking for a game where you have great, fantastic, fabulous-looking female characters and kicking ass and looking nice and pretty while you're at it, or let's just say, oh yeah, even characters that are going to be so attractive, you have a crush on them, or whatever. let's say about that. But however, people would go to like Senran Kagura or Dead or Alive, and however, those two franchises have been hit hard by today's environment. Like, there has been, like, Senran Kagura had its anniversary event, and they weren't able to do shit. The only thing close enough they were able to do was that Neptunia crossover. And then Dead or Alive, there's the Extreme spin-off series, and it's already worse that the most definitive version of Dead or Alive Extreme 3 is Venus Vacation. It's PC and import only, hasn't been localized in the West, even though it's been translated to English, but guess what? It's also region locked. And let's just say, oh man, I really want my fix for those good old-fashioned bouncies. I love great ladies who are just cute, or they look great. Oh man, look at the thighs on that character. And then the next thing you know, the only thing you're ending up stuck with is, especially those gacha games, even the shady ones, that the games that will bait and switch you, and you'll have your own wife to rescue and have as your wife, and then the next thing you know, you download the game, go in there, there's none of that. You run into just a generic tower defense game, or they'll hit you with paywalls, or let's just say we have Genshin Impact, which has been a very widely praised, and I could see why people like Genshin Impact, but however, there's the situation when it comes to their gacha, and how brand new max rare characters are, let's just say, locked behind event limited banners, and you have one chance. If you don't, oh well. If you're not lucky enough to get that character, no matter how much money you spent, you should have been lucky enough to get her. You should have been lucky enough to get them. But however, thanks to today's environment, games like Genshin Impact are what you're going to be pretty much most of the time stuck with. If you want your fix for attractive female characters that look fabulous and kick butt, especially, and whether you want to fawn over them or whatever, and the same goes for the opposite gender, whether you're a girl looking to find a male character to fawn over as well, guess what? Your most notable franchise is probably being put on hold thanks to today's environment. And the only thing that you're only able to find that managed to basically slip through is Genshin Impact. However, this situation, we're going to be seeing cases of censorship, even mob-based censorship, happen definitely in 2022. And probably 2023. But however, depending from what I'm looking at, there's a possibility that we could see more escalated cases of such situations go down throughout 2022. Unless there seems to be something that would end up happening that would cause a de-escalation of it. However, what I do want to go ahead and say here is that I will do what I can to find out solutions and find out other games that were luckily able to happen, all that kind of stuff. And if we're going to end up doing what has to be done, it has to be done. So I'm going to have to go and keep on the lookout. Alright. And yeah, if there's games that released and thanks to backwards compatibility will run on your PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series, we will bring that up. And here's an example. Dead or Alive Ultimate, Dead or Alive 3, Dead or Alive 4, guess what? They're all playable on your Xbox Series now. And yeah, it's part of the last batch of backwards compatible games because, well, legal reasons. Microsoft's trying to say technical, but I'd say legal reasons. I would say go the retro game route, and definitely probably try the retro game route. There's even more streamlined solutions, especially those re-releases and video game remasters available for current consoles. But, however, the moral, political groups are even going down hard on the retro game, or beginning to go down hard on the retro game space. So yeah, but I'm going to say it, I've said it twice, and I'm going to say it again. We're stuck in this roller coaster ride, whether you like it or not. Whether you consented to be in that roller coaster ride or not. You're trapped in that roller coaster, and you're stuck with that roller coaster. And however, guess what? In this roller coaster, you have no idea when's it gonna end. And you're trying to figure out, when the hell did I end up in this roller coaster? It's like, yeah, you're stuck on this roller coaster until that roller coaster is over. And we have no idea when that roller coaster is over, and we're still stuck on that roller coaster. And it's been going on, and we've been stuck on that roller coaster, especially for like almost half a decade, or the 2 days of the new decade that we're in. You're stuck in that roller coaster ride. Anyway, that's going to do it for you guys, and I will be looking forward to you in the next video. May we hope for the better. This is nothing but a video product made by a fellow gamer man. Ayo!